We're here at our brand new Bali 4.4. I'd like to welcome you on board. This is our new sail school boat, as you can see. Behind me here, we have the back doors open, very spacious. We continue around the backside over here. Right, so we're heading up here to our helm station. We have a nice, fairly thicker seat here. If you notice that the helm seat cushion is much thicker than most of the cushions on board, due to us spending quite a bit of time up here. Right. Right, up here at the helm, so nice thing about the Balis is while we're standing and driving the boat, we always have a view of 3 corners of the vessel, which makes maneuvering much easier. All right, we have our 2 engines here. This boat has 2 nanny engines. Right, makes this boat so maneuverable as they sit so far apart from each other. And we're very easy to spin the boat and put it in wherever we need. See behind me is a lovely seating area. So the captain can be driving the boat while his guests can easily enjoy a cocktail up here or a bit of sunbathing. I'm within a reach of all of our jammers, all of our lines, sheets and halyards. Very, very well set up for single hand sailing. We're going to look a little bit at all of the equipment we have here, how we use them, how to use them efficiently, and just how these boats are so state of the art that we have everything at our fingertips and how we can use it. All right, so let's start over here far on our port side. They've designed these nice line bags, very nice and compact into the corner. You can easily tuck all of our lines right in there, keep them nice and neat, not making a hazard at all by our feet that we can trip over. All right, next one on the left here, we have big Lumar winches. They're 2-speed. We can either have them on electric by a push of a button, or if we've lost all power, we can use our handy winch handle. Push button on the top, slot it in. Winch handle will lock in, so if we accidentally knock it, it's not going to come out. Generally, there's only 2 places for a winch, either in your hand or in the pocket. Never want to leave a winch handle right out here, because if we lose it, it might be hard to sail. It's a little bit of a hazard getting knocked up. All right. Put a line on a winch. We always come clockwise, right? Loading it up from bottom to top, 3 or more wraps. This little shiny part here at the top is called a self-tailer. Always come over the stainless part, pull it around, give it a little jerk in. That means we can just push the button and still have free hands to operate our winch. So it tails the line for us. Have a line all the way here on port side. Right, this will be our code 0 halyard, one of my favorite sails. We can use our code 0 anywhere up to 80 degrees apparent wind angle to all the way down, and a maximum of 18 apparent wind speed. Next we have over here is our main halyard. It's the line we use to hoist up our main. So halyards are used to take lines up and down. Sheets are for pulling corners. Next to here is reefing lines. Right, we have 2nd and 3rd reef over here. We have our jammers and our deck organizers. Just help lead our lines nice and clearly over to our blocks on this side. Over on the starboard side over here, we have our main sheets. So the first black one will be port main sheet. One over here is starboard main sheet. What they're used for is to control the position of our boom, depending on what point of sail we're on. And we have first reef up over here. All right. Blue one over here is our jib sheet. And as you can see on all of our new Balis, we have self-tacking jib. So it just slides along the track, and we only have 1 sheet to control the position of our jib. They're all lastly led up. See they're nice and organized through the blocks leading up to their positions. Solid foredeck, as you can see. We don't have to worry about trampolines. There's a lot of space for us to do teaching. We generally tie a few knots up here. More benefits of the solid foredeck is while we're sailing, we're not too much worried about spray coming up at the helm. The solid foredeck is definitely a big benefit. All right, so up forward here we have our bowsprit. It allows us to put up 2 foresails. We generally put our code 0 up there, We'll put the tack of our spinnaker up so we can see the pole extends out. All right, so we have the jammer and our sheet. We'll connect our roller further on front, and all of our Balis come with the selection of 4 sails. One of my favorite sails is the Code 0, as it is very versatile and fits very perfect on a roller furler up forward. Right, so we're sitting here in front of the mast. I'm going to take a look at our self-tacking jib setup here. So we can see we have our track, right? We have our car that's able to slide around, and we have our jib sheet, which helps us position our jib depending on what point of sail we're on. So you notice here we have these stoppers, right? They help us to stop our car in different positions depending on where we want our sail. So with these boats, if we're on a close reach, sailing about 50 to 60 degrees off of the wind, we're gonna want our mainsail close to center, nice and tight, and we'll use our block to keep our car from sliding past that. As we bear downwind, going onto a beam reach, sailing 90 degrees off the wind, we'll move our car a little bit further down, and in between our mast and end of our track over here, allows our car to slide down, but not all the way. As we bear downwind even more, we'll put our car all the way down. That allows, we'll put our block all the way down, excuse me, and allows our car to slide all the way down, allowing for a nice belly in our foresail, which is the best trim for downwind sailing. We have this big old pack over here. This is called our stack pack. These lines holding up the stack pack is called the lazy jacks. So they keep our sail nice and tucked in. This bag is watertight, so it protects our sail and it's UV protection, so that we can preserve these nice big sails when we're not using them. Before we head out to sea, we always want to prep our boat. So we can see our stack pack is closed up. So we want to come make sure that we open up the stack pack, all right? If you walk around me this side, we'll open it up. All right, so we have a few lines over here. Open up the front one. Keeps our stack pack nice and neat. We always want to tuck our sail in, protected. So before we leave, we always want to make sure we untie it, all right? And tuck them inside our bag so that we're ready to hoist our sail. Making sure that they're all untied all the way to the back so we avoid any damage to it. And then we're ready to go out and sail. Talk a little bit about leaving the dock or undocking. Our main factors for us is we always want to know what the effect of the wind and the tide is on us. We can see in this situation, we can identify by looking at boats' anemometers or looking at all the flags blowing. We can see we're pretty much getting smushed right onto the dock over here. So once we have identified those factors, we're going to get all of our lines rigged as slip lines. So we can see how this line is from the boat's cleat to the dock, back to the cleat. So when we come off the dock, we'll take off this side, just pull everything right back onto the boat for us. So nobody's jumping on and off the dock, and we can keep our crew safe, okay? Once we're off, it's very important that your crew assist you. So they'll be calling distances. We'll have the person positions on each side of the boat. I like them right by the shrouds. And when they talk to you, they preferably want to turn their heads towards you and project nicely what they're saying.
All clear on your stern, all clear on your stern.
Not hanging down over the boat so we can't hear what they're saying. So we're gonna get our sails up. First thing we need to do is identify where the wind's coming from. And I need to accept that my bum's gonna get wet. Ah, comfy, smush it in.
Yeah, I accepted that 5 minutes ago.
Okay, so if we look on our chart plot over here, we can see our apparent wind angle is 140 degrees, but we can also feel it coming pretty much from right behind us, okay? So our first step to get our sails up, all right, it's bow to wind. Okay, so we're gonna swing around. It's gonna make a little bit more space here. All right, and we're gonna swing around and get our bow to wind. While we're hoisting the sails, we need our bow to stay into the wind. Okay, so we can either have somebody on the helm doing that, or we get our bow into the wind and put autopilot on. So we've got bow to wind right now. We keep our engines engaged. We want to kind of keep this angle. So I'm just going to use autopilot to keep us into the wind. Get a little bit more speed going. Okay, autopilot on. Next we're going to do is just ease our two main sheets so we have a little bit of movement in our boom. We ease them, close the jammer, all right, so that nobody can knock us. And next we're going to start hoisting our main sail. That's our reefing mark, our reefing point, our reef line, and we're going to go up to second reef. Okay. All right. What's that wind pushing? Yeah, I'll tell you. It's got a little pinch here. Right, so you see this point here?
Yeah.
That we want right here. So we're gonna hoist the sail till that point reaches right there, and you see that line starts getting tight. All right? You got this. You got this. Right, just hold up there, Mark.
Kind of heading off into.
Yeah, we're getting pushed quite a bit. Quite a bit by the wind. All right, so as we're hoisting, we want to make sure that our sail does not get stuck in our lazy jacks.
Here.
Yeah, you kind of look up through
look
here.
Up here.
Just getting some space here. Okay, getting about the wind again. As you can see, the weather is not as it usually is. Got a couple of layers on, but you still gotta love it. Okay, bow to wind, let's start hoisting. Whoa! How about you use the button? All right, let's get out.
There's a button.
All right, so hold up there, remember, pop that out. So this over up the top here is our self-tailer.
Yeah.
All right, so to help us that we don't have to hoist a sail and pull like this, we pop it over the top there into our self-tailer, we give it a little jerk. All right, now we can just use our electric winch, and you don't need to tail it. That's what this does for you. Just hold up, all right, start hoisting. Okay, hoist. And what I'm doing up here is I'm just making sure our sail goes up nicely, clean through of our lazy jacks, and we're just guiding it up a little bit. Okay, it's looking real good. Okay, hold up. Whoop. So we can see one of our battens has just crossed over into our lazy jacks here. Okay, pop it out, hoist. And you're looking for that mark for us, yeah?
This mark.
You're right up here on the mast.
This mark.
Exactly. Getting there, looking good. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, hold it. You see how that is going to sit right there?
Yeah.
Now pull that yellow line for us there, Mark, just by hand. Pull all that slack through. Just guide it there for him. Keep pulling. All right, so we need to tighten the foot of our sail. All right, now we get the clue at the back here. Okay, keep pulling, Mark. Mark, keep pulling. A little stuck over there. Got a little pinch here. Just pop out the pinch.
Can we put it on the wind?
Yeah, but don't over tighten it. You should just be able to do this by hand, otherwise you pull too much tension. Just pull by hand, keep pulling. Keep pulling. Whoa. Keep pulling, Mark. Okay, Okay, so we got our tack and our clue almost tight. Mark's gonna take up the last bit. Right, keep pulling. All right, so we can see the tack of our clue is tightened now. Now we can get the main halyard and hoist us a little bit more, please. Now we're looking for the appropriate luff tension. Luff of the sails, the front part of our sails closest to the mast. Keep going, I'll tell you when to stop. Okay, whoop, whoop. Looks good. So you've got a nice straight line up. Now we're ready to get sailing. We're going to keep our engines engaged because our boat's not balanced, so we only turn our engines off once we have our foresail out as well. Okay, so I'm going to bear downwind to our destination. Can you take our furling line off of the rail there? And you get our jib sheet on the winch here. Wrap it from the bottom to top. Right, 3 or more wraps, then into the self-tailer. Yep, around. Give it a nice little jerk in there so it sits tight. Good job. Right, so Roger's got our jib sheet coming through. He keeps his jammer closed so that if we lose any tension, it can just hold up there. All right. You can immediately feel the wind drop, hey? It's not dropping, we're just going with it. So it's not as intense in our face. And for our destination, we're gonna be sailing nicely downwind. So to get our foresail out is a bit of a team effort, but our boats are so set up so well that if you needed to do this single-handed, we can just press that little convenient autopilot button. We have, the helmsman has 2 hands free. Right, so Mark down there is going to ease the jib sheet. So make sure your jammer is open there, please. And you're going to winch this all the way out, and we'll just go full jib.
Okay, where do I push this?
Exactly. Very convenient.
Well, how do you know which way it's going to go?
All right, so you see the little arrows on top of our Lumar winch right here? It'll show you which way, and always will be clockwise. All right, so we're ready down there. If you tell him you're ready, okay, you're gonna ease, start winching.
So just push the button, huh?
Just push the button. You're just watching that sail. Okay, hold up there, ease faster. Keep easing, we're gonna go full jib. Okay, winch a little more. All right, hold it right there. Okay. Now we've got our sails off, sails out. All right.
Good.
We're good, you can close your jammer. Let's neaten up the line so we don't have any tripping hazards. And right about now, we can neutral our engines. Right, we're switching them off. And just feel the peace. Now we're sailing. Okay. So with mainsail, we always want to be into the wind, getting it up, putting it down. With our foresail, our jib, we can be on any point of sail, anywhere. Ideally, you want the wind to help you unfurl it. So as you were winching a little bit, I might ask you to just hold off, right? Yeah. So that the wind can actually pull it out, and it just helps us a little bit. Wind's a little all over the place, but we're sailing. So we currently have an apparent wind speed of 10 knots, and our SOG is 4 knots, sailing on a broad reach. So for Roger, for your first time, what do you think?
Exciting.
Nice. All right.
Pretty cool.
Quite exciting.
Just get me to some warm weather.
Hey, this is what it is. At least we've got heaters inside, right?
Yeah.
Warm coffee.
Oh yeah, inside's great.
All right, so we're just gonna do a bit of a jibe here. It's taking your stern through the wind. We're gonna do a control jibe. So Mark, hop up here, grab the helm for us, okay? So to do a controlled jibe, it's a nice slow turn through the wind, right? We want to center our mainsail before we do that. So I'm getting my port main sheet on. I'm going to bring my mainsail in all the way to center. Okay, and my leeward sheet, as soon as that mainsail flops over, I just want to ease that. So we get 2 wraps on our winch, open the jammer, and I'm ready. As soon as you have a self-tacking jib, it will just flop over ourselves for it, and you're gonna make a super slow, nice turn, trying to go in the wind on our starboard side. All right, so we watch the mainsail, we'll see it make a little luff, a little bit slower, there you go. Straighten her out. See the jib will go first, then the main. Okay, a little more, nice, and there we go. See, our mainsail just popped over. Right, so we just jibed. So here's our entrance, our channel where we need to go. So now we're gonna get our sails down again. Okay? So the first thing we need to do is turn on our engines so we have maneuverability. So Mark, you can turn on our engines there for us. And then fire it up. And just kind of like a hold in. All right. So now Mark's gonna engage our engines for us. So click your engines just into gear. Okay. We're gonna get ready to, we're gonna take our foresail down first. All right, don't jibe, don't jibe. Keep that wind on your starboard side, all right? So keep them a little bit more starboard. You're gonna get this blue line for us, our jib sheet on the winch, and you're gonna ease. I'm gonna furl us in. Out of the self-tailer, open your jammer. There we go. All right, and just let it slide through your hands. I don't want any resistance, so let's start letting it go. Ease it out, no button. Just doing that. Ease it nice and fast. Just let her go. Right, Mark, you just focus on where we're going. All right, we're looking good. We're just gonna do that with the electric winch now. Make this efficient. Onto our winch. Off we go. Hold a little bit of hold a little bit back there for me, Roger. So we can roll it up nice and tight, so pull back quite a bit. Okay, we're just gonna get it wrapped up a little tighter. Okay, ease again. All right, perfect. And close your jammer so we hold that tension. Perfect. All right, so Mark, we wanna swing our bow into the wind now. So make us turn to starboard, so we don't wanna jibe again. So get your bow right into the wind. And then we're gonna get our mainsail down. Okay, we look clear of traffic. We can see our channel right here. We have plenty of space in deep water. Swing her over hard. There we go. Good job. Hey, good job there. On the fly. All right. So once our bow's into the wind, we'll start seeing our mainsail luffing. All right, tighten up a little bit on our starboard main sheet. So the black one on the right-hand side, get that onto the winch, yep. And you're just gonna winch it a little bit. So we're a little bit still off the wind, we're still 30 degrees off the wind, we want our bow all the way up there. For reference, you can use AWA, apparent wind angle, to head more to starboard, please. There we go. And you're just gonna winch that one in for us a little bit. So get it into your self-tailer. Wrap around. So go, yeah, nice. Okay, and start winching. Okay, that'll be good. And now just with your hand, pull the port one a little bit.
We've got traffic to the port side.
Very good.
Hold this one?
Yeah, just with your hand.
Do I need to unlock it or no?
No, so when we're pulling up tension, we always keep it closed so that it can't slip out. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit more throttle so you have a little bit more steerage. Okay, so just pull it with your hand. Just kind of, yeah, there you go. Oi. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay, just keep pulling it. Oh, that looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna drop the mainsail. So I'm opening up my jammer, Always having one wrap on the winch. We want to remember thumbs up, guys. So if our pinkies get pulled in, we can always live without a pinky. But if we've got thumbs down, if our finger gets sucked in there by the line, it's pretty hard to have normal life without a thumb. All right, a little more to port, please. There we go. So we want that mainsail luffing. All right, there we go. So main's going down. We just let it slide out through the winds, keeping our hands clear through the winch. And we'll just let it go. Okay. To get the last bit down, we just need to go up and help it. So we'll flake our sail in. Pull the last little bit down here on our luff. Okay. Mainsail's down. All right, we'll tighten up a little on these. Sweet. Close our jammers. Got our starboard channel marker right here. Good job, everyone. It's windy, it's cold, it's rainy, but it's fun.
So watching YouTube videos are real fun and exciting, but if you'd like to experience the real deal, come join us in person, do some training. Go to catamaranguru.com and schedule your course today.
Right, so we can get lines and fenders ready, guys. So just pop them all over on starboard side. Get our bow and stern line ready. And Mark, you can be on our starboard bow, please. And just call distances when we get a little closer. Coming into the dock over here, I've identified where the wind's coming from. I'll finally take my hat off. I'll get my ears freezing. And we're gonna be doing very slow maneuvering. So with these catamarans, with the engine so far apart, we want to center our helm using our rudder indicator over here. And we're just going to be using our engines to maneuver the boat at a nice slow speed. All right, as we need too much momentum to have steerage, we're going too slow and we can't turn our boat. So we'll just be using our sticks here in opposite directions to maneuver our vessel. So we're going to go around that blue boat in spin onto the dock, all right? All right, so you're going to give them the stern line first, okay? How am I looking?
10 feet.
Right.
10 feet.
Yeah, just get that stern line on because I'm going to lose my bow quickly, all right?
15 feet. You're coming away from it.
Okay, and get that tied off, buddy. Am I on? Can I pivot? Can I pivot? All right. Mark, get springs on, please. Thanks, guys. Right, you can get that piling, that fender here. Okay, we need an off reading spin here. Yeah, sweet, thanks guys. Get our lines knitted up, get our shore power plugged in, all the fun stuff. We should be ready for lunch. Cool.